Hi, I'm Bill Hanover, founder of TPS Throughput Solutions. I've decided to make a few videos on the tips and tricks and techniques that we use to help companies get lean very quickly. And you can get lean on a budget of time and money and resources. So it is doable. I want to talk to you about how you can do a lot of it on your own and really make lean happen in your company, get your people bought in and improving your company from the inside. Now this is sort of the beginning video. Hey, I'm not a professional actor or anything like that. I'm going to mess up here and there. But I want to talk to you. And in fact, you know what? I'd like to get a little more comfortable. I am more comfortable on the factory floor. And if you don't mind, all right, well, I feel better. I thought it'd be fun to take you to the beach with me. And you got to have a Hawaiian shirt to go to the beach, right? So I thought it'd be fun to take you out of the office just a little bit, talk about lean manufacturing, shake things up a little bit, think of it in a little different way. So I want to use a Rubik's Cube to kind of help understand where we start off with lean manufacturing. I think companies start a lot like Rubik's Cubes. They're kind of easy to understand. You got your colors. It's a big square. It's easy. Now, a lot of companies start off this way. You can understand them. Any one person can run a company. Okay, but what happens is, even if you started in your garage, you start adding complexity. Okay, so now I've never messed up this cube before. So this will be the first time. We'll see what happens. But you add some equipment. Okay, we've introduced a little bit of complexity. A lot of things have changed now that we've added equipment. And now maybe we add some people. And now we add purchasing and planning and scheduling. And now we add some, let's throw some maintenance folks in there. And we got to hire more employees for, actual manufacturing, right? So we do that. And we keep adding complexity to the system. And pretty soon, we've got a company that is complex. And no one person really understands anymore the entire company. So we count on people in various departments to understand it, to help us understand it. To make plans for the entire company is a difficult thing at this point because there's all this complexity introduced into the company. So, how do you solve Rubik's Cube? Well, there's a formula for that. How do you solve getting lean into your company? Well, there's a formula for that too. But let me tell you what you shouldn't do. You can try forcing lean, but it really doesn't work. People resent you. You really don't make much progress. It's very tough to really force lean to happen. And you certainly don't get the buy-in that you want. And as you can see, it's not very effective. You can try scaring people lean, telling them, you've got to do it or else your job's on the line. We're in a competitive market. If we don't get lean, we're going to die, and all this kind of stuff. China's going to take over and take all of our business, whatever it may be. A lot of companies try scaring people into getting lean. And I got to tell you, there's something valid to the fact that there is global competition, without a doubt. But scaring people into getting lean is never a good solution. Overanalyzing is another way that companies really slow themselves down on getting lean. They spend months and even years figuring out where to begin. It doesn't need to be that way. You don't need to look under every rock in your company to figure out how to get lean. You can actually begin quite quickly. Now this poor cube, it's going to get the exam of a lifetime, as you can see. Okay? These three ways really slow companies down. Okay? You can't force it. You don't want to scare people into it. And you certainly don't want to overanalyze yourself to death so that you never get anything done. Okay, so how am I going to solve the puzzle? Well, to tell you the truth, if I just sat down and started working on it right now, it may be days, if not weeks, if ever, that I figured this thing out on my own. I really don't know how to do it. But I do know of a website where you can plug in the various colors in whatever corner and things like that, and it will tell me how to solve this puzzle. So once I go to the website and I solve the puzzle, I'll turn the video back on, and I'll come back and talk to you about the lean formula, how you can use the same idea of solving the Rubik's Cube with a formula to solving your lean implementation problems at your company using a formula. Be right back. Well, look at that. Solved the Rubik's Cube. Congratulations. Did it with the formula. In fact, let me show you. real quickly. In fact, I'll put this up on the screen. I used the formula. Thank you to Eric at wrongway.org. Appreciate the help. You can solve the Rubik's Cube in 78 moves if you have the formula. You can get lean in I don't know how many moves, but you need the right formula. Okay, so we solved the cube using a formula, and I want to tell you about the lean manufacturing formula. Put my prop away here. All right, it all starts with a little bit of vision. Senior management needs to have a little bit of vision that they actually can become lean, that it can happen in your company, that it will work. We hear from a lot of different companies, oh, it won't work here. It'll work in automotive or printing or in machining, but it won't work here. Well, it pretty much works everywhere. Senior management has to have some sort of vision and belief that lean can work here. Okay? You need to do a little bit of an internal assessment at that point. Basically, you have to take a good hard look at your company. Where are the opportunities? Where could you improve? Where are the real problems in your company? Now, you need to do that internally. You may also want to get an outside company, some consultants. Hey, I got some in mind who could be happy to come by and help you do your assessment. But it's an important part of the process. You need to know what the opportunities are, and then basically from there you make a plan. And it doesn't have to be a big plan. In fact, it really is better if it's a small plan. You say we can work a little bit here, or this is our biggest problem, we ought to focus right here. Okay, you make a plan that makes sense right now. We see companies that make a 2-year plan or a 3-year plan. Although that's a good exercise in a lot of ways, it usually takes months to complete and they don't do anything in the meantime. Best thing you can do is decide to do something and then actually begin doing it. Okay, it doesn't have to be a complicated, sophisticated plan. It just needs to be a starting point. And what happens is wherever you start, you'll find that when you fix this thing, it has an effect on that thing, and pretty soon your plan kind of goes in the toilet anyway. Okay, we've seen it dozens and dozens of times. Make a plan based on your assessment with a little bit of belief that you can actually make lean happen, and you're heading the right direction, I promise you. Okay, after that, you start executing your plans. So let me go over this again because I'm kind of rambling on here a little bit, but basically you have a vision and a belief that you can make lean happen in your company. You do an assessment internally, maybe with some outsiders as well. It does help. Helps a lot. Make a plan based on your assessment, how you should go forward. Execute the plan. Okay. Now recognize that it's a very flexible plan. You will need to change it from time to time. Things change, and every effort you put in, every action you take to make your company better, it's going to change the way you go forward just a little bit. And so the goal here is to do a lot of good stuff to keep lean manufacturing going and improving in your company, to get people involved in the process, to get your operators engaged and your management team engaged in the process. That's what we call a culture of continuous improvement. When you are fully engaged, when your operators are excited about doing stuff that makes the company better and stronger, the workplace more safe, things like that, you've really got something kind of special going on. It's self-perpetuating. It can take you where you need to go. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me. We'll do what we can to help you get lean. And we're going to basically give you the farm in these videos if you want them. We're going to make sure it's worth your time. I wish you the very best. You can get lean. It's a great thing. It's one of the best things you'll ever do for your company. I think you'll find great satisfaction in it. In truth, the managers who lead their companies into lean manufacturing and take them through that process, they, in many ways, are the heroes of their company. So this is your opportunity to be a hero in your company. So if you want more videos and some help on learning how to do lean quickly and affordably, put your name and email address in the box and I'll send you some information. Till then, take good care.